I think initially, before forming my view of my work by critics, and maybe this is because I didn't start out as a writer, but made that morphing from law into writing, I had more of what I call touchstone figures that were the people that I aspired to be. And they were inevitably writers of William Shirer. I thought he was fantastic, in part because he was able to finish. He describes in the beginning of The Rise and the Fall of the Third Reich, he thanks a person who came into the library where he was working on the manuscript after several years and said, "When are you finishing, Bill?" And he said, "Oh, soon." And he said, "But soon has been, 6 months and been 6 months. You've got to finish this up. You've got to wrap it up." And he did, and he said, "I want to thank him because I could still be working on it." So I realized no matter how big, Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, you had to wrap it up, but I love the way he did the story. I think Robert Caro, to me, has been sort of the power broker. When I read that, forget his Johnson work, but the idea of marshaling so much incredible research and then telling a great story off of it. Neil Sheehan on A Bright Shining Lie became not only the person at the New York Times as a reporter who I admired for his bravery and then doing, as the paper did, the Pentagon Papers, but has this long project with Bob Loomis, my editor at Random House. It runs much longer. His wife has to go to work as a journalist to pay the bills at home because they've run out of money from the advance on A Bright Shining Lie. Loomis doesn't rush him. He doesn't push him. He says, just get it done and get it done right. He turns it in very late, and it turns out to be a brilliant book. So those were sort of the people that I admired in terms of what I was looking at in what I would like to be if I was writing books.